Hello, I would like to review some cheap watercolor papers. Watercolor papers always emphasized for their importance of the painting. But the beginners always concerning about the price because they should just spend the paper too much for their practice. So that's why we cannot the practice it on the Arshare or the famous brand one. So sometimes we just try the bulk the papers. But in America, some B papers is a 16. I think that is a good 300 GSM, the cotton, and then A4 size, about 60 sheets, about $16. But here is Australian dollar. The delivery cost included about $50 around. So that is not cheap for the practice too. But I found some the bulk one from the eBay recently, so I tried it at that A4 size. This one is A4, but this one is A5. There's around 120 sheets. That is a $17 per 120 A5 watercolor. The cotton, but actually when I just received it, I was so disappointed. Even though that advertisement or some their description or sample paintings looks real cotton paper, but it was so thin, and actually I can compare with the similar price of the this one is not a cotton, but that one is a Bockingford 150 GSM from this the sketchbook. So I just compare with this one. This one is actually Bockingford is made in the UK, and the one is made in China. But there is no brand name, only for the bulk 120 sheets. I think that the weight is similar with this one. So this one is very thin, and even though that one is a Bockingford, uh, so I can compare with that one is a normal that is a Moulin Roy what 300 gram, and this one you can compare with the thing. This one is like that, and that one is just very thin, and the size is about, so I bought this one and then A2 size and then divided four, but this is a little bit smaller than actual A3. Older brand papers divide four, that is not exactly the A3 size. But anyway, the issue is not the size of the paper. That one is a little bit quality of this bulky papers. So I would like to share my experience with the same beginner watercolor beginners. They are interested in the paper, but there is no full review for them, even though I'll share or some Roy or Sal Saunders just the reviewed by some painters, but this one is not many. So the first problem, there is some problems. So that color is, as you may see, that one is not white, but the advertisements and the description is very white. So that is not the correct. That is might match with their description. That one is normal white, and then that one is just a little bit violet or the gray. And then texture is looks like a little bit no, the pattern that is a machine cotton paper, but actually this is too thin. And then backside is just a plain, there is no texture enough. And the other pad I bought two sets because there was a discounted if I buy that one. This set is just torn out, so I was also disappointed. And then you may see that one is a little bit different papers mixed, and that one is a little bit light, but still there are inside violet papers included. So this one is a little bit. So sometimes I want we just to trust their description on the online shop, and I like to ask to the sellers so they just to keep their quality, to sell more their products to the, because online business, online shop, we nowadays online shop is becomes more popular than, and then there is no on offline shops, but price is nice, but we cannot review or check that quality, so we would like to only just to look at their description, so the description should be matched with their product. This one is all the same violet papers, but actually why it should be the violet for the watercolor painting. And so the I tried that color. So coloring first. That one is a. I tried to coloring for some Camlin paints, but that one is very chalky, and the paper is also, the feeling is a little bit of the powder or something. So if I just feeling is a little bit strange, and the color is very fade out and then chalky. So I will compare with this this Bockingford 100 gram made in UK one. That price is similar. That is from this Bockingford one, and that is very similar with the price and then the theme. So I just tried that coloring, and this one is I bought the whole sheet of the, that is a per $3 or $4 per whole A2, so it can be 4 around, so that is similar price of this paper. And then coloring is very nice. So that one is a different paints, but anyway, if I just compare with the same Camlin, so very thick. So this one I applied the same Camlin paints, but this one is very good colored, and but this one is a little bit fade. So this paper is not useful for even for the swatch. Originally, I just bought this one for swatchy or some practice, because I just spent a lot of papers only for the swatchy first. This is also that one when I used this Bockingford, I tried to some skin tone. This one is really nice. I like that the Bockingford, even though that one is thin 150 GSM, but that one is not. We can sometimes practice the back side too. So that one is a blonde roy, so different. That one is the also Bockingford 100. That one is a yeah, that one is 190 GSM, and I think yeah, this time I would like to compare with the cheap papers. So this, if you, I think this is not useful for the watercolor paints. But Bockingford is good for practice. Before I just use this one for the wash ink and wash practice. The color is very nice, and so we just learn the color mixing or some practicing. But this case is a little bit ink. It's just throughout the back and side. So but anyway, if you just use the front end, front one, that it's the Bockingford paper is with a similar price, and not bad. And this one is from the Canson drawing 220. The price is 25 sheets and but around $18. So this Bockingford and the Canson drawing is that's reasonably good for the practice. But this one is a little bit disappointed. That is not good. But nowadays there are too many advertised in their online shop. So I I just want to share my knowledge, the experience with you for the cheap paper. Yeah, thank you.